From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Allen now looks to throw. And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 19 yards away. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Purdy going to give it to Garindo.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
On 3rd down, it's Garindo.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. These two teams all tied after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Purdy.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now Moody for the PAT.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw, it's Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Allen. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On play action, Allen. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
An audible here to get a new look.
Allen going to go on 4th down.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
To the air, Allen.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Allen going to throw. Shakir holds it in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his left.
Finding Shakir across the formation.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Khalil Shakir.
41 yards.
And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
Now Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Purdy. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here's Purdy.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from a yard out.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Allen to throw it.
And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Allen.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, a 22. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Curtis Samuel from 8 yards out.
And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
To throw is Allen.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And the 49er hands team does its job.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll try the middle with Garindo.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.